Greetings, viewer. It is I, Hilariously Scary, and today we are going to be talking about the Never Rulers universe, aka the Not Overseers. I decided to call their whole universe the Never Rulers story because calling it the Not Overseers made it sound like it was secondary to the Overseers, which is not the case at all. These are, to me, these OCs are just as important as the Overseers. I just don't talk about them as much. I have 3 shows that I want to make in the Never Rulers universe. It's Descend, Never Rulers, and then the unnamed Never Rulers sequel. Normally, whenever people ask stuff, I just point them to my how to make characters video, but that isn't really like a full, comprehensive explanation. I really need to get through the explanation. Also, right after the video, I realized that second is probably non-binary, and so I was just misgendering them the whole time, so I'm not going to do that in this video. Okay, so let's get started on the world. In their world, there's 4 big lands and 2 sets of islands. The red land, the yellow land, the green land, and the blue land. And then the 2 sets of islands are the orange islands and the... Oh, actually, I guess there's 3 sets of islands, because there's the orange islands, the purple islands, and the colorful islands, which is where all people are welcome, and there is no government. It's complete anarchy. The pirates live there. They've taken over. It's incredible. So people are their colors. So a red is gonna look red, a green is gonna look green, and live in the green lands and such. And the orange lands is not just made up of oranges, it's made out of reds and yellows and oranges and everything in between. Because some people are mixes, and whenever you're a mix, then you're like called a mix of those 2 colors. So like a mix between purple and blue would be a magenta, and a mix between like green and blue would be a teal. Please note that I'm translating this from the original tongue. So in the original tongue, it'll just be like a simple combination of, instead of being called like a purple or being called a blue, you'd just be called a magenta, which is the combination of the 2. But we don't have the same coloring system, so some of the names are really weird. Like, I think there's a type of green called a harlequin, which is a color. Anyways, they actually speak all the same language, so they don't really have a concept of language, but they have really distinct dialects. So it wouldn't be like an English person talking to an American. It would be like an American talking to a Highlander from Scotland. I've been there. I don't know what they're saying. Everybody has the opposite blood color of their skin color, but it's like a dull, desaturated version of it. So if you're a red, you have desaturated grayish green blood. If you're a green, you have obviously the opposite of desaturated, kind of grayish red blood. So not bright cherry red blood like us humans and Carcat. Is anybody gonna get that? I actually created like a whole creation myth and backstory and all this stuff because at one point for the first series, I wanted to make it on my own, Descend. I was gonna just like animate it all myself, and it was gonna be a trip. That's what it was going to be. So I like planned out all the episodes and did everything, and then I was like, oh wait, I'm not gonna do that. That's a terrible idea. But I'm not gonna lie, like if LA doesn't open up soon, and if I can't go to LA for whatever reason, I'm just gonna start a Kickstarter and make this dang thing by myself, because it's only 8 episodes. Like, okay, that's besides the point. Each of the different lands have their own like government and such. For instance, apparently the Grings are fascists. I don't remember writing that, but okay. Nobody likes the purples because they think they're all sluts, but I mean, like, hashtag not all purples, that's all I'm saying. Also, I don't think I mentioned it, but the Reds own both the orange and purple islands. There is a history lesson behind that I'm not gonna get into. That's as much as the world that I can even talk about without just being like, here's this giant book of lore that I have. Okay, let's talk about the shows. I'm trying to keep most of the details to myself because unlike the Overseers story, I want there to be some mysteries to the elements here. So I'm just going to give you the very basics, like the Netflix summary to it. So Descend, the first show, is about 4 characters. I just forgot to write down her names. It is Eden, Ihan, Ewatan, and whatever, Elatan. I don't remember. Please note that these names are actually from their original language, which is why they're so similar because of the naming convention that I came up with for some reason. So all the royals either have E, and you know what? We don't get into it. It's okay. You can survive this video without knowing all the intricate details of how people come up with names in this universe. Anyway, so like I said, this is the first show that I want to make, like ever. The first show I'm gonna pitch, Descend, 8 episodes. I've got them planned out. Here's all the characters. I made a story bible for it. Let's go, DreamWorks. Please hire me. But yeah, it's just a really simple story that I can't tell you about, but just know that Eden's my son, and I love him a lot. Oh wait, it's Edon, Ihan, Ewatan. Bueno, Ewatan. Ewatone. I can't pronounce my own characters' names. What do I look like, the creator of the story? Okay, up next is the Never Rulers. Also, these are in chronological order. I don't know if I said that. So the Never Rulers is the one I've talked the most about. There's 5 main characters, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. There's also like 3, I think, side characters that also join their club because it's about these 2 kids that form a club, and because they're princes, but they're so low in the line of becoming king that they call themselves Never Rulers, and then they go find other kids and don't tell them that they're princes, and then they make a club. And anyway, so 1st is the 1st member, and so on and so forth. So the 3 extra members of the clubs are called, you guessed it, 6th, 7th, who I draw way too much, and 9th. You are what I meant when I said I knew some of my characters were gay. Anyways, it's supposed to be just like a cute, light, fluffy little show without much substance. It's just 2 princes making friends and having adventures. And 2nd, having to stop them all from destroying the entire Orange Islands, because it takes place on the Orange Islands. The sin kind of takes place all over the place. Takes place. How many times can you say place before it stops sounding like a word? Place. This is taking up time in the video. And then finally, we have our unnamed Never Rulers sequel. And this one is quite a doozy. Now just imagine Code Geass, but it's set in the Never Rulers universe, and that's the 3rd sequel. The 3rd story. This is also why I keep on drawing 7th, because I love her. And also this is why sometimes 7th has red skin, sometimes she has purple skin, sometimes she has no skin color, but I keep drawing her anyways. And I really don't want to give away too many details, because this one's a doozy. Anyways, so that's the basics of the Never Rulers. Now you know what's up. That's all. I hope you like my characters that I didn't tell you much about. They're all beans. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!